Hello, my name is Heather Mackey. I am the owner of Rare Bird Medicine. I'm having video communications with myself through the ethers, and perhaps some of you in our nows. Perhaps you and I are sharing a moment together. And thank you. Thank you if we are getting to share time at a distance, at a spatial distance. Appropriate space. Yeah, I've been thinking a lot about the addiction humans have to struggle, drama, to their pain story, the addictions I've had to it, the ways I have been addicted. You know, we want to be heard, we want to be understood, we want to have empathy. And many will empathize with a struggle story because they're committed to their own struggle story. Yes, I relate to your struggle. I am a struggler as well, and I am having a very difficult time because I'm in a constant state of resistance to my experience. And so then we relate and we feel connected in the sharing of our struggles, our trials and tribulations. And I find myself in a place where I very much want to drop struggle, want to drop drama, like some ancient weighty ball that I've just been dragging around for some dumb reason. And then I go, oh, this ball and chain is not locked onto me. I can just leave it here and walk away from it. I can walk away from drama and struggle and fear. And how do I do that when it's something I experience? When I'm somebody that experiences what I perceive as struggle or something to be afraid of. Historical ways I would have told my current hour are, oh yeah, I was not feeling well when coronavirus started and I had to go get tested for it and we'll just see what the results are. Or, you know, I lost my job and I don't have any work and I don't know if I'm going to be able to pay my bills. There's no income. I don't know if unemployment worked out because you can't get through because it's overloaded with requests. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to get sick and I'm going to die. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pay my bills and provide for myself if I stay alive. I do know some things. I am going to die at some point. Some way. There's a bunch of ways to die. I'm going to die at some point. That's been known for a long time, and I try to remember to meditate on my decaying body or on my body burning to ash because it's a known and one that it would support me to make peace with before I'm right there touching it, right? It's a known. I know I'm going to die. It's a known. So I can start making peace with that and go, okay, exit flesh costume at some point. Let's think about that. And, you know, morbid is, if you look up the definition, it's almost like a vilified word, an unhealthy association with disease and death. Why humans did we create a word to describe having an interest in death as being unhealthy? It's one of the only changes that is definitive. Seems quite healthy and appropriate to make peace with it, actually, and to think on it. Actually, that seems very healthy to me. What is healthy? Avoidance? It's interesting. It's interesting how we label things. Yeah, so I know I'm going to die. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pay my bills. I don't know if unemployment's going to work out. And I don't know what my state is. I haven't gotten the results. I do know that I can drop the drama of those storylines. I can drop the struggle of it, the fear of going, I don't know, everybody listen to my story, I'm so scared. Because it doesn't matter. Either I am going to, it's going to work out and I'm going to get unemployment, or I'm not and I'm going to find an alternative solution, or I'm not and in 60 days or whenever they declare it's okay to, I'll get evicted. And if I'm being a good human, a kind human and a compassionate human, I might have some place to go if I get evicted. And if I haven't and I wind up being homeless, then I'll just be homeless. And if that doesn't work out and I wind up dying, then I'll be dead. Why do we have to, why do I have to dramatize, fight against, be in a state of disharmony, discontent, and stress for an infinitely unknown future? I've made tons of plans. I made tons of plans about my life. It constantly does its own thing anyway, because the cosmic joke is full of laughter. It does not struggle to get a laugh in. The hummingbird does not struggle to find the nectar. It visits 1,000 flowers a day on average. It doesn't struggle to find the nectar. Why do I then? And I do that because I think there are some experiences I want and some I do not. I do not want this one. I don't like it. Makes me sad, makes me angry, makes me grieve, makes me feel depressed, makes me disappointed in humanity and myself. Whatever it is, I don't want that one. I like this one. This is nice. I like petting this cat and I like sitting in the sun. It's me judging the experiences. This one is valid, that one is not. But do I know what my needs are? Can something harm me if energy cannot be created nor destroyed? Is there any threat if energy cannot be created nor destroyed? Perhaps everything I've ever experienced, all the surprises, all the changes, all the things that I've ever come to know, to witness, to touch, to feel, to think, have been one thing. A gift. A gift. The perfect, right gift for me to know, respond to, offer, become that which I came to be. I spent many hours fighting against my mother's death. I literally felt like I could just fight with God about it. How dare you take my mother? How dare you take my father? Before I even turned 25, how dare you? How dare you? I wasn't through. I wasn't fully cooked. I wasn't grown yet. Even mom said you're not grown until you're 30, you know? Took them. And as they've dropped their flesh costumes, they are more bioavailable to me than they ever could be, pretending the space-time delusion right alongside me. They are more available to me in my nows. If I would just drop the idea that I am the body, they were their body. What if you're not your body? What if you're still here? What if you're still here? Good way to see if that's a thing is to study those that know best what happens at death. Those are called NDEs, near-death experiences. People that have died, that our science says dead. You know, people that have been dead for 90 minutes. There are many books on it. You know, people that have been dead. Science says you are dead. And then we call it a near-death experience, even though they are labeled dead. We should call it maybe a real-alive experience. I don't know. But then they come back and they have stories to tell. You don't have to struggle with yourself and your experiences if you don't want to, and you're welcome to. No judgment. If you want to struggle and you want to dramatize it and you want to gnash your teeth and whine and cry and scream and punch at the moon and, you can do anything with it. It's all neutral. Do anything you want with emptiness. It's been given to you freely for you to overwhelmingly do whatever the heck you want with it. You're so free you can be miserable. You are welcome to. And in that freedom and in your own compassion, you might be in a state of grief. Many are expressing anger through their feeds and their timelines right now. And that's okay. Be angry. Punch a pillow. Journal. I'm so mad. You need to get it out. Get it out. I am never judging what they're doing with it. I'm always thinking about what I'm doing with it. Am I using a paper towel every 4 minutes because, my hands are wet and I don't like my hands to be wet. Let me take this chunk of a tree and, is that what I want to do? No, I don't want to do that. Let me get a towel. Let me be aware now that we're in a rationing period where one of the most consumerist societies ever gets to think about what they're consuming. And how can I do that more? How can I think more about, could I use less squares of toilet paper when I wipe? Could I not use a paper towel and use an actual towel and do some laundry? Could I, what other products could I not be wasteful with? How could I think about the food in my fridge and use all of it now that I'm abundantly home? Ever being gentle with others in the self and willing to become aware and responsible for how I'm going to experience this emptiness we call life. How I'm going to play space-time delusion in my flesh costume. And I want to play it in a way that's hyper-responsible. Granted, I have Scorpio Dharma. I'm here to teach Scorpio sexual liberation and responsibility and mystery and death. It's all those things, all those fun topics I want to talk about. And I came to teach it that I may know it, right? So life has given me infinite opportunity to experience things like sex, death, change, transformation, so that I can ponder it, and learning and teaching are two sides of one coin. Thank you, teacher. And as a student of you, Scorpionic energy, Scorpio, North Node, Mercury, cusping Sun, that is Heather Mackey. May I change? May I change? May I change the thing that says I have to be afraid? Oh, I have to be afraid. What if I can't pay for something? My parents are dead. No one's going to bail me out. What if I can't? What if I get sick? What if I die? Excellent question. What are those things? What is happening here? What do you believe? What do you believe, Heather? What does it mean to you? Every graveyard I pass, I give big ups to Hades, to Anubis, to death, all of its infinite forms, to all those that have come before. I give big ups to death now. Great harbinger of change. When we dream of death, when we do a tarot reading about death, death means change. That change may be exiting flesh costume with beautiful freckles that are well loved on my mother's arm to a bigger form that's available in all of my nows because it's not in a flesh costume. Death means change. So I invite myself, and as I am making these videos, to invite myself and to offer to anyone else that wants to join in the community of the message that I'm being given to think about. I invite myself to drop the idea of control. I was not in control of any of the deaths that have happened in my life, or the car accidents, or the assaults or any of it. I wasn't in control of it. To drop the idea of control, to drop the idea of trauma, to drop the idea of struggle, to drop the idea of pain, of avoidance, and to recognize and welcome each now as a gift, beautiful gift, sacred gift from the cosmos, specifically made for me, whether it's difficult or easy, that I might open it and use it well. Whether you need rest and respite, the pendulum is swinging for us, and where we've been, we'll find ourselves coming out of now. And for those of us that have really needed rest and respite, some of us will find ourselves having it. Some of us have been very hardworking, very busy bees, and we'll find ourselves having it. There are some that need that rest and respite still. Talk to my beloved friend Norma. Goes to school, is a nurse, has 3 children, raising them on her own. And the rest and respite she needs is to be heard. So I volunteer my ear to my beloved friend. So she's going to get it in a different way than me in her nails. Some of us are getting really active. Some of us are producing. Some of us are trying to learn how to allow ourselves to rest without guilt and shame. Or to eat foods without guilt and shame. That's valuable. Thank you, every moment of now that's ever been my teacher. You have given me many gifts, universe. I accept all of them. May I eat of their fruits. Ripe blessings to all your many fruits too.